Good morning, happy Sunday to you. Welcome to your weekend. Sunday is a bit of a day of rest, but I tell you what, it's also the day we get creative in the kitchen as well, isn't it? So we have got launch day on a Sunday morning, which we are super happy about, let me tell you, because we get to show you on Crafters TV something in depth that you have never seen before right here at Crafters TV, which is amazing. And I tell you what, I could not share this studio with a more excited person than our Debbie Robinson. Morning, Debs.
I know you've had to contain me this morning, Derek, because I really am excited that we've got this brand new collection launching this morning on Crafters TV, and I'm so excited. It really is, and it ticks a lot of boxes, this one for me. It's a fabulous collection where you've got gift tags, you've got recipes, you've got some really beautiful, cute, quirky little things in here as well. But I'm really excited because I can't wait to show you lots of things that the design team have been doing, lots of things that we've got planned for you through these 2 hours, and I just think you're going to love it as much as I do, and this is why I am so excited for this show this morning. Can you tell, Derek, I'm just a tad happy?
Oh, we are all super excited. As soon as we saw all of these, we were like, wow, this is brilliant. This is like a new twist on Christmas, but not just Christmas as well. It will take you far and wide, this collection, but I tell you what, we are talking about Santa's kitchen. And you do wonder, don't you, what Santa gets up to and cooks up in his kitchen at Christmas time? Well, I think we've captured it rather nicely. And I think after Sarah's trip to Lapland, Debbie, I think she's got the inside scoop from the man himself.
Absolutely she has. Look, come and take a look at some of these samples. Let's get straight in there so you can see how fabulous this collection is going to work for you. I mean, Derek, my favourite. I love this one. This is beautiful. So good. I absolutely love it. A cuddle in a cup. Who doesn't love a cuddle in a cup? I get a cuddle in a cup with my cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows and squirty cream usually on there. But look, recipes, Derek, recipes, printable stamps, a stamp, not a printable stamp at all. But look at this lovely effect that you can get. Get the right way, Debbie, get the right way. Look, a lovely chain with lots and lots of different recipes on there. So we've got on this one homemade chocolate brownies. On this one we have got the recipe for homemade hot chocolate, Derek. I love a good cup of hot chocolate. It always warms me cockles, it really does. We've got homemade fruit muffins on this one. So this is step-by-step recipe on there for you to use. I mean, this is a great one. Homemade chocolate chip cookies, which means you could have this hanging in your kitchen. Hang it in your kitchen, and when it comes to Christmas time and you want to make something, you've got it to hand. But that's not all. Let's have a look at this one. I love this one as well. This is gorgeous. Again, think of the things you have in your crafty stash already. So quite recently we brought some boxes out. And I do believe that one is a fabulous, is it a milk carton box, that one, I believe, if I remember rightly. But look, you can create this because in here we've got dies that create these apertures. You've got dies that create tags, lots of, and when I say tags, Derek, I'm surprised Joe didn't wrestle you to the ground for this collection, because this is his collection to a T.
He's going to be all over this.
Yeah. Absolutely. Small, medium, large. You can do as many as you want. Fill up. Honestly, he'll be spitting feathers. He really will when he realises what he's missing out on. But again, look at this. So you've got this beautiful cup die here that cuts out this gorgeous cup and create a little aperture in a box, and then you can fill your boxes. Dare we have a look what's inside?
Yeah.
This is what you could be gifting to someone. How has that stayed intact? I love a good. Is that a jammy dodger?
It won't be in there all day.
Oh no, it's
Debbie.
a cookie bar. It's a cookie bar. But honestly, there are and not just gifts. Let's talk about cards as well. So we've got cards too. Now I'm going to show you through these 2 hours. I can't possibly get through all these samples in that 2 hours, and I want you to see what you're going to get as well. So I'll just show you this last one, and then we'll throw back over to our lovely Derek. But look, Derek, how fabulous is this?
It
so really
nice.
Is beautiful. Absolutely, it's a gorgeous collection. I am beyond excited to be here this morning in this craft room playing with Santa's kitchen.
It is absolutely brilliant, and I have to say that tag idea with the recipes, you've got the ones on the stamps, but of course because you can make the tags as well, you can extend that as well, can't you, and put your own little recipes. In fact, I was sharing on Facebook, I think it was, yesterday, or a little Christmas Day recipe of my own. Well, not really a recipe, but something that I enjoy on Christmas Day, and I'll share that with you later. And maybe you can make a tag for that as well. So here is the complete collection that you are getting in this bundle. It's amazing as well. I tell you what, it just keeps giving and giving and giving. So you've got your stamps and your dies in this. So you get all 4 of the stamps and dies. So you get Comfort, Joy and Cookies. And I love what it can make as well. They've all got the tag dies on them. Plus, you've got all of those big stamps, and there's a recipe on each one. And that one, ahead of the show, that is the one that individually loads and loads and loads of you have been buying. It's in the lead, actually. You also have baking spirits, which is really, really lovely. And you can see you've got that lovely tag die in the shape of a cookie jar there as well, which is brilliant. And actually, I think I saw on one of the samples that somebody made a shaker out of the actual cookie jar die. Look at that. Look at that. How cute is that, with a little recipe for your fruit muffins on the other side. So it just gives you a little bit of an idea. Then we've got sugar and spice and all things nice. Absolutely beautiful. And the one there is for homemade chocolate brownies. So if you want to give a gift of a little jar, this is a great idea. A little jar with all the ingredients to make the cookies, and then the recipe tag on the front. What a brilliant, brilliant idea that is. And then you've got, oh, look at that mug of hot chocolate with the whipped cream on it as well. It's missing some marshmallows, which our Debbie would add, definitely, but it's there. So that gives you that lovely cup and the recipe for your own homemade hot chocolate. Now, you also get in this bundle the 12 by 12 paper pad, especially designed for Santa's kitchen. This is amazing. It's really, really good. I'll have a little live flick. I'm really not good at flicking, Deborah. There must be a technique to flicking through paper pads, and I don't think I've quite got it yet. But look at the extent of different colours there. So you've got gingham checks there. Oh, this is better than it went in rehearsals, let me tell you. Really, really good. You've got snowflakes on there in beautiful pinks and blues. You've got lovely ditzy polka dots on there. More gorgeous pink snowflakes going on. I love this paper pad. It's really, really brilliant. Now, I've got the pop-up box Christmas paper pad, and I think this one will seriously need to make its way into my collection as well. I love that. That's a lovely combo of colours, isn't it? The red, the green, and the white together. White. I'd forgotten white then. And then you've got that lovely sort of harlequin pattern there. They're all absolutely beautiful. So you're getting that paper pad included in your bundle, and you're also getting the satin ribbon pack included as well. So it's all the dies which give you all of those tag opportunities and those different shapes, the cookie jar, the little cup, and so much more. Plus, you get the paper pad and the ribbons as well. This is just going to go so far through your year. And it's novel and different as well, isn't it? £56, $75 for that complete collection. So many of you going for that complete collection. Now, if you're looking for some box dies, we have got an amazing bundle for you. And this is the Favour Box collection. And there are over 90 elements in this. It is superb. And this bundle, I have to say, hats off to the team, because they've put the bundle together of the box dies. You've got 4 different types of boxes that you can make. So you've got the honeycomb favour box, the gift carton box, you've got the bonbon and the trinket box, but you're also getting 2 packs of Centura Pearl included here. You're getting the platinum and the lilac there, so 10 sheets of each. So overall, you're saving over 30% on that bundle, which is brilliant. It's always good to know, isn't it? £100 or $120. Remember, most of you not even paying that price. Remember, your price pops up on the website, of course, with your Club Inspired discount, which could be up to 20% depending on how far you are. Now, back in stock, and I tell you what, it won't be for long. It will not be for long. It is your Dotty tape pens, and you need to stock up on as many as you need right now. $4.99 in the UK, $6.95, stock up. No one buys those in ones, by the way. We were looking through, we can see all of the orders that happen in the background. Very few people order just one of those. You want to stock up while they are back in stock. We also have the tape pens as well. the extra strong. They are absolutely brilliant. I swear by them in this building, let me tell you, because they are brilliant and they are like gold dust. So while they're still around, stock up on as many as you need. $3.99 in the UK, $5.99. We also have the Collal tacky glue and the all-purpose glue together there for you. £6.38, $11.55. Amazing. Now listen, today is Tell a Joke Day. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, it's also my dad's birthday today. We're going to see a little picture of my dad later on. It is Tell a Joke Day today. So what I thought is, because we're in Santa's kitchen today, I thought let's drag out all of the real groan-worthy Christmas cracker jokes. You know, the ones that you pull out and you read to the family and you groan even before you've started reading it to anyone else. We want those in this morning. I've got a couple for starters for you, Debbie. Oh, let's just say hello to everyone who's watching right now. There's loads of you watching. Terry on Facebook says Mrs. Claus's secret recipes. Yeah, that's what we're unearthing today. Julianne is watching in a soggy, wet Sherwood forest. Bless you. Robin Hood country. And we want to know your favourite thing to bake at Christmas. We're asking on the Facebook page as well. So, first joke on Tell a Joke Day, Debbie. Are you ready? It's a cracker.
I'm ready.
What do snowmen have for breakfast?
What do snowmen
have for breakfast? What do you think?
Icicles? No, that's not right.
That would work.
That would work.
It would
actually.
work.
It would work.
Other cereals are available. Snowflakes.
Is that what it were?
Snowflakes.
Wait a minute. Oh, after that bit.
There you go.
Laugh. That's a good chuckle, that one.
See if you can beat that one. Get into the comment on our Facebook page or our YouTube page right now. But in the meantime, let's get into Santa's kitchen, Debbie.
Oh, let's get into Santa's kitchen. Where do I start with this collection? Got that gorgeous paper pad. Going to be using that throughout. But these stamp and die sets are fabulous. I love this collection. I really do. It's something a little bit different. Let me just show you. I'm going to start with our gorgeous Comfort, Joy and... Wait a minute, let me write that right. Comfort, Joy and Cookies, which I think is really fabulous. Now, think about all the things that you can... I mean, do you know what I love about this? You can bake and share with all your friends, all your family. You could... Do you know what you could do? Pop little ingredients, the raw ingredients into your... whatever it is that you're making. I'm going to show you because I'm going to do a cookie jar. Now, I love a bit of recycling. So think about all the things that you recycle, all your jars that are in your cupboards. Think of them as future potential cookie fillers that you can do. And this is exactly what I'm going to start with as a gorgeous little... I mean, would you love to receive this, Derek?
Oh, absolutely.
As a little Christmas gift. And I know what Sarah would be filling it up with. She'd be making those homemade cookies. She loves, you know, Sarah, she's in that kitchen all the time. When she's not here, she's in the kitchen with the kids baking. You can do this because these recipes are true recipes that you follow and you can make your own homemade cookies. Literally, I love these. I think this is fabulous. Chocolate chip as well happens to be my favourite cookie. But like I said, think about potential jars in your cupboard that you're going to be able to turn into gifts for your family. I've actually went out into a certain store and bought some pre-already ones done already, but you can. The cheapest chips, and you can find them in most of your craft stores and things like that. But my best bit of advice I'm going to give you is washing those recycled jars that are in your bin right now. Get them out, Derek. Get them out and get them used. Absolutely. Now, what do you get in here? Let's just show you. So we've got a set of dies. Let me hold that up so you can see this. This set of dies is lots of tags. I mean, look how gorgeous these tags are. They're absolutely beautiful. Lots of dies on there that also match with a set of stamps as well. And here, down here, is the recipe one, step-by-step instruction telling you all your ingredients, which I think would be fabulous too. Literally pop those 2 cups of Debbie, all-purpose flour. But put them into your little bag, stick them in your jar, put your egg in there, and literally all those ingredients, stick them in a jar and give to your gift, and they're going to be able to make this. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. But again, there's lots of sentiments on here as well that really work. So you've got on here, 'tis the season to bake cookies. Isn't it just? And is there any time to really make cookies? I mean, all year round for me, not just Santa's kitchen. Homemade cookies, Santa approved. And then again, some other little sentiments on there. Baked with Christmas magic. And again, really, really fabulous. These are going to work beautifully together and so easy to use. So let's show you just how easy they are to use. And I'll tell you something about these tags, Derek, which is what I really do love, is that you can make tags of any size that you want. So if you've got a tall jar that you're going to fill up with cookies and gift to somebody, you're going to be able to make a really large tag with these. But you've got decorative elements on here as well, which I just think is absolutely brilliant. It's been well thought out of, and I just think it's such a cute collection that we've got, that our lovely Leanne and the team have done. Right, so we're popping on there. I'm going to pop my stamp on. I'm going to take an ink pad and I'm just going to ink that up. Now, with anything that's a new stamp, it may need a bit of priming. So a bit of priming, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can take a little sanding block and sand over the stamp to give it a nice, so that the ink literally sticks to it a little bit better. Or you can take our watermark pad over the top, pop that on first, the translucent clear one, and then rub that in and then take your ink pad and go over. So there is a couple of ways that you can do that, Derek. So that's enough stamping there, Debs. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that into the centre, and I've got some white stamping card. I think that's on. Is that on the show, Derek? Have we got white stamping card on the show today?
I think it is actually, because there's a massive selection of Centura Pearl and various paper packs which are on the show today as well, so it's well worth a little hunt through, because there's some really lovely multi-buys on today as well. There it is on the bottom of your screen there, the white stamping card. So $9.99 on its own, but there are multi-buys with other paper packs there as well. Any 4 for $30 or $42, which is really good.
Right, Derek, so I've stamped my recipe. It's all ready. Homemade chocolate chip cookies, all the ingredients you need, cup of caster sugar, cup of melted butter, 1 egg, vanilla extract, baking powder. Look at it, all goes down. Telling you as well, even all the details of preheating your oven, and then all this just down here I think is fabulous. All the instructions that you want to make your homemade cookies, and this is where the tag fun comes in. Look how many different things we've got on here. So you've got some beautiful scallop bottoms. If you want to use a scallop bottom, you can make them really large if you want to, just by extending it. I mean, Joe, he has missed out onto this one. Derek has really missed out with this one.
I know. he'll get them though, and then he'll be making tags left, right and centre. And of course, you don't have to stamp on the recipes just to these tags as well. You could be making them out of your various coloured plain cards, so they match the boxes that you make for the gifts that you give. So as well as making your foodie gifts and things like that, this is great for all of your tags. Because again, it's one of those things, isn't it? You tend to buy little multi-packs of like 5 tags, and you always end up at the end of your wrapping with a couple of tags that don't match the boxes at all. Well, that never needs to happen again.
Absolutely. Now, I've popped that on. I've popped a couple of pieces of low tack tape just on to secure that. And then we're going to place the combination that you would for a thin metal die. So I'll run that through. Now, obviously, depending on the size of your tag that you're going, this could even fit through your smaller machines too as well, Derek. Depending on what size you're going with, just give it a little measure first to make sure that it'll fit through your small platforms too. So if you have got your manual machine, these are going to work beautifully as well. Absolutely fab. So I'm just going to lift that tape off. Where's my pokey tool? Let's lift that off. Oh, Derek, honestly, I love these. I just think they're fabulous.
They're amazing. And I have to tell you, do you know what the best news is in the world?
What's
Every
that?
batch of these cookies that you make, the maximum cooking time, 15 minutes. Get in.
Oh, that's my kind of baking.
That's in and out in 15 minutes. Thank you very much. You can be enjoying them 20 minutes later. Loving it.
A warm, hot cup.
Oh, stop it, Debbie.
Wait a
It's
minute.
too early.
Let's just take a moment, because I can actually smell. Can you smell it? Can you smell it?
Completely.
Can you smell it? Smell that warm, hot cookie. Wafting through the kitchen on a Sunday as well. What a perfect day.
Stop?
With a homemade hot chocolate. Oh, Derek, smell it. I can smell it. Can you?
Debbie,
I want to know if you can smell it too. I can.
Debbie, social distancing or not, I know that there are some chocolate chip cookies over there, and if you don't stop, social distancing or not, I'm coming over for a chocolate chip cookie. I'll put my mask on and everything.
Oh, bless you. Now you can see, because I've extended it to fit round my recipe, I just need to release it, so you can either take your guillotine or you can take your craft knife. I'm going to use our scissors just to release that tag. But this is what, honestly, for me, in fact, I can see my Christmas gifts already. I've plotting my Christmas gifts. In fact, I'll tell you a funny thing. I was rooting round, stayed over last night, and I was rooting round the cupboards because Joe obviously knew something was coming, because he's been saving loads and loads of empty jars, and I nearly raffled through. I thought, no, Debbie, don't, because he might be saving them for a reason. But I nearly had hold of his jars. Let me tell you, and I was going to bring them in, thinking, because I can think of Christmas, all these things that I'm thinking, what can I fill it up with? All these recipe ideas. I love the idea of putting the raw ingredients in. My little, my gorgeous niece Casey loves baking. This will be right up her street, it really would. And I've been thinking about doing it and popping it in with the raw ingredients so she can make them herself, because this is what she would actually love. Now I'm giving just a little bit, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just taking, I've got sandstone water reactive ink pad, I've got our ink dough, but I'm just giving it a bit of a nice aged feel. I'm just giving it a little distressed feel around the edge here. And I just think it takes away that starkness of the whites. It's just a nice warm glow, Derek.
A warm glow. Anything to do with hot chocolate and cookies gives you a warm glow, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. It really does.
I wonder, and I know it's a little early in the day for us because it's, it's 20 past 11 on a Sunday morning here, and I know, in California it's 20 past 3 in the morning. But I wonder, is there any way of sneaking a little bit of Christmas cheer, a bit of Christmas spirit into your, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? Into your cookies. Oh, I've just had the idea. Right, so you could do chocolate chip cookies. I don't know how this works with you, but you could do chocolate chip cookies and you could have raisins in them as well, couldn't you? But you could soak the raisins in something a little bit boozy before they go into the actual recipe. Because ooey gooey chocolate and rum or whatever your favourite tipple at Christmas is, soaked raisins in there as well. Oh, I'm there now. I'm there.
Derek, have you had your breakfast? I'm just thinking, have you had your breakfast? Because I know I'm just thinking, same. I only had a couple of little bars, and now my belly is rumbling like mad because I've got all these things running through my hot. I mean, why did I start with a chocolate chip cookie, Derek? One of my favourite cookies. Although they're off limits at the moment. But
as one of the stamps that we come across in these collections say, and I know it's August, so we can't really use that excuse yet, but Christmas calories don't count, apparently. We can enjoy, because we're in the crafting world and Christmas starts in June, does that mean technically the calories don't count sort of from now? Wouldn't it be lovely? Wouldn't it be lovely?
I love it. Well, Christmas calories, they don't count, do they, Derek? They really don't count.
Not at all.
If you're anything like me, and I'm forever on a diet, forever on a health kick, but at Christmas time, doesn't matter. You've got to live a little, haven't you? You've got to live a little.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, Debbie, I always say this 1,000 times over. How many times do we live?
How many times do we? Just the once. Just the ones. Absolutely, we do. Now then, I wonder if I've got my little mini down here. Let's have a think.
Now you've got everybody else started, Debbie, now as well.
Have I?
Sally says, because we've asked on our social media, we've asked what's your favourite thing to bake at Christmas. So Donna's just said on Facebook, morning crafty gang, I really shouldn't be buying, but it's just so tempting. At Christmas, I love making big batches of gingerbread. Oh, actually, who was it from? Let me just have a look, because on my own Facebook page as well, Derek Mark's Crafter's Companion, if you've not come and followed me yet, we had a lovely lady from Germany who at Christmas time, she does a special kind of, in Germany, they have a special kind of biscuit. It's called Zimstern. And I looked them up and they're like little gingerbread stars which iced on the top, and they sound and they look absolutely.
Derek, now we're talking. Oh, that sounds delicious. That really, really does sound beautiful.
We'll have to try some of those.
That sounds my kind of biscuit. Now, I'm just while you're busy talking, Derek, I'm just showing you that I've stamped my little image out there, and I'm actually matching the die that fits over perfectly and running it through my little mini. You carry on, Derek, reading those lovely
Fabulous.
comments.
Well, Sally on Facebook, she says, I love baking at Christmas. Now, I don't know anyone that makes their own Christmas puddings. Christmas cakes, like fruit cake. A lot of people make their Christmas puddings because what they do is they start them in the summer and then you feed the mixture, don't you? Is it once a month or something? Or you feed the cake. You make the cake and then you feed it with more booze, like once a month or something up to Christmas, don't you? It must be very boozy by Christmas. But Sally makes her own Christmas puddings. She says, I'm making my second batch on Tuesday and then I can steam them on Wednesday. It was too hot to cook them last week. Oh, do you know, hats off to you. I don't know how difficult is it to make your own Christmas pudding? Because they're a completely different texture, aren't they? Okay, we've got okay. The joke that I told you earlier, which I think producer Laura found some jokes on the internet. So, what do snowmen have for breakfast? Snowflakes. Well, Chosen Bee Erica on YouTube said Frosted Flakes would have been funnier. Frosted Flakes, Debbie. See, it is. Got a better reaction.
Funny. I like that one. That sounds much better. That's much better. Absolutely.
Eleanor on Facebook says, Derek, I was channel flipping this morning and guess what I found? Oh, I found your face on somewhere else. Yeah, here in the UK, I'm on a TV channel talking about cruise holidays for next year, but I'm here live. So that's all on tape there. But I talk about cruise holidays elsewhere, hence the colourful shirts, by the way, because I talk about the whole world, the Caribbean quite a lot. So I like to wear Caribbean-looking shirts and things. Tina on Facebook says, one of my favourite cookies is, this is going to bring back some lovely memories, and we just want all the ingredients in this studio right now. Rum balls. Oh my word. Now, what do we call those here?
Goodness.
Do we call those the same here?
I think they are because they're them little truffles, aren't they?
You roll in vermicelli, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll stop talking about food. We've got to
Tina,
stop talking about food.
what have you done to us? Good job you've only got paper cookies there.
Now I'm all ready. I've got all my little elements ready. So I've got my recipe tag all ready. I've got my 2 coloured in lovely little cookies. I've actually used one of our nesting dies and I measured one of my nesting dies to fit on top of my little lid there.
Lovely.
I've taken some ribbon and made myself a little bow as well. Now that's just to do the decoration. We have got some fabulous ribbon on the show though as well.
Well, it's in the bundle. If you're buying the big bundle, you get the ribbon.
Well, it's like we thought of absolutely everything. We've got you covered this morning. We really have.
You get the red, you get the yellow,
fab.
And you get the green. And it's our satin ribbon as well.
Absolutely fabulous. I love this. It's just amazing. It really, really is. We've thought of it all. We really have. Now I'm going to pop on the top, just going to decorate my little lid there. And then I'm going to wrap my ribbon around the lid base here as well, so you can see if I just hold that. In fact, how can I hold that? Can we do that way just to show you? That's better. There we go. So I'm going to pop. I think I'm going to use my hot glue gun because back in stock as well, guys. The hot glue gun.
It is.
Absolutely,
it's an amazing price as well. It's available just in the UK here for our viewers, but it is an amazing price tag as well. I was really, really surprised. I think it's less than £10, isn't it, our Laura? For a glue gun, which you expect anything electrical, anything that you plug in, there's no way you expect to be under £10 at all. And it is. You go find it on our website because it's really, really good. And you can get replacement glue sticks for it as well. They're on the website too here in the UK.
Absolutely. So I'm just wrapping this around my jar, literally placing that around, and I'm just popping a little bit of hot glue. A wonderful thing about our hot glue gun is, and if most people know about hot glue guns, that it's quite an instant stick. So once you've got it on, Derek, it's literally stays there and it's not going to move, and you just hold it down. Now, a little top tip when you are using it, just remember it is super hot glue, so don't put your finger straight onto that, Derek, because you could end up with a nasty, no, I say nasty burn, but you could end up, ouch, the ouch moment.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Is that the right word? An ouch moment? And we don't want you having any ouch moments.
It is when we're technically on telly on a Sunday morning because we have to clean everything up. I would imagine you might say something slightly stronger at home, but that's okay. In the comfort of your own home. We're not really allowed to because we like our jobs.
Yes, we do.
We really do.
Yes, we do.
We love them.
Hey, though, Derek, I've done it once before, live TV.
Have you?
Oh, I did. And I had to just carry on smiling. The pain was intense. And one of the other guests, she looked after me afterwards because it didn't half knock me for 6.
Oh, it mortifies you.
It does, because I hadn't realised I got my finger underneath. And as I pressed the button, it just all dripped onto my fingers. Oh. So that's why you do need to be a tad careful when you're applying it. However, the wonderful thing about this glue is that it's instant. Look at that, it's not going anywhere. That's not going to fall off there. And then I'm going to pop on now my front bow as well. So I'm going to pop a blob of glue just onto the front.
While you're doing that, Debbie, we will have a quick flash on the website because yesterday morning in the masterclass, you remember,
yes,
we had the deal on for the glue gun. It's actually 15% off at the moment. It's available just in the UK, this one. £8.50, and it was on yesterday morning's masterclass. So that means that deal is still live there with 15% off. Take advantage while you can. I'm feeling I'm going to need a glue gun as well. I've got a tape pen, got those all sorted, but I'm probably going to need a glue gun as well.
You'll definitely need a glue gun, and like I said, for me, the thing what I love about it is that it's instant. So once it's on there, Derek, and it sets, let me look at that straight away, and that's not going to fall anywhere. Now I'm just going to add a couple of little cookies. So I'm going to lay that down for a second. Where's my cookies gone? I was nibbled me cookies. Let's grab me little. I've put them down somewhere, Derek.
Well, you
Where
can't
are
have
they?
eaten them
Oh, they're
paper.
there. They're underneath. So sorry. You'll have to excuse me. Oh, well, I know where my actual cookies are because the guys this morning. Oh, bless him. I'll have to tell you, Matt. Our lovely Matthew. I said to him, "Oh no, I forgot to buy me cookies to fill my jars up with." And he pulls out his bag, his great big bag, and he pulled his bag out, and in there, big tub of cookies, bless him. But then I've been shouting at him when he's been coming to have a little nibble in between because I said to him, I need them for my demonstration. But look, now you see I've added this onto my lid. I'm going to pop that there for a second, and then I'm going to fill it all up with already homemade cookies. You're going to pretend I've made them myself with the recipe.
Of course you have.
That's what I should have said. Oh, I've shattered illusion now. I've shattered the illusion I have.
Do you know, that brand on that bag, we won't show everyone, but I've never heard of that brand. So we'll have to give them a try later.
Look, a cookie is a cookie, Derek.
That's
but
true,
what better way than a homemade cookie? And that's exactly what, when you give this to somebody, you make those cookies, fill them up, and then pop them in there. And then you're not only giving them a gift of the cookies, you're actually already giving them the recipe as well so that they can recreate it, share it. It is a gift that keeps on giving, Derek, but look how fabulous that is. And that is a super quick, easy way, but a beautiful gift to give somebody that they can then recreate time and time and time again. It's a fabulous collection. I absolutely love it. Derek knows how much I loved it. I skipped into this room this morning. I'm like, come on, let's get going. Honestly, it's a gorgeous collection.
We're all so in love, aren't we? We're all so in love with this collection. We all love it because it's food related. That's why. What's not to love about it? It's absolutely brilliant. I just had an idea as well for that jar that Debbie just made up. That actually that would make a really, really good gift for a colleague, wouldn't it? So you could give them the cookies and whatever, and then say, bring the jar back when you're done with the cookies. You can keep the recipe, but then bring the jar back, and then we'll turn that into a swear box where, I don't know whether you have these in the US, but in the UK, sometimes when there's someone who kind of swears a little bit, lets naughty words out every now and again, what you do is you make a rule and you say every time you say a naughty word, you're going to put £1 in the jar, and when the jar's full up, we're going to give the money to charity in an office or something like that. It's a really, really good idea. So that gives that another life as well. Or what you can do is when you receive the gift with all the goodies in the jar, you go back, you make the recipe up, and then you bring a batch into them, back into work for them. That'd be brilliant. So many ideas, so many ideas. Oh, it makes you worth wanting to bake, doesn't it? Right, let's have a look at the whole bundle here. So that's all 4 of those amazing dies, which are really, really good. So busy on the website as well. Remember, the dies are all lovely and different. So the recipes are different on each one as well. You've got Comfort, Joy and Cookies, which is out there in the lead at the moment. Just such versatile tags. Then you've got baking spirits bright, which makes the lovely jar. Then you've got sugar and spice, which is really, really beautiful. Love that with a little gingerbread. And you've got sweet seasoned wishes, which is the homemade hot chocolate thing. Remember, you're getting the 12 by 12 paper pad. Oh, this is when I flicked through it in rehearsals, so it's not quite as good a flick as the one we did a while back. Oh, the magic of TV, and my hands were there all the time. Plus, you get the satin ribbon there as well. £56, $75. See, we rehearse everything before we start. Now, there was such an early morning on a Sunday, which is brilliant. Now, listen, when we come back, Debbie, I've got another Christmas cracker joke for you. We want you to keep sending yours in, plus the things that you love baking over Christmas as well. Plus, we're going to see a picture of what you might think is my twin as well, but we'll come back to all of that in a wee while. In the meantime, if you're shopping, well, I tell you what, here's how you can shop and watch all in one.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
Joe would so love to be here right now because this is Tag City, this collection as well. So he's going to absolutely flip when he sees all of it. He's back with us on Crafters TV on Tuesday, right the way through the week. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. And I know he's having too much time off at the moment. He's loving it. He's zipping here, there and everywhere. He'll tell you all the tales on Tuesday, I'm sure. Now, listen, if you don't mind, I'm going to indulge for just one quick second because today is my dad's 81st birthday and I love my dad. I know we haven't spoken about my dad yet, but I love my dad with all my heart. And so I've got a picture of him on his wedding day. Have a little look at this. Now, can you tell that's my dad?
Is it twin?
I know. Can you tell
goodness.
that's definitely my dad, isn't it?
Wow.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday. What's his name?
Raymond.
Happy birthday, Raymond. Happy birthday. Sorry, I've pinched your son for the day.
Doesn't he look handsome? Doesn't he look handsome? And I know he's having a lovely day out with Mum today to celebrate his birthday, and I'll be on the phone tonight. I'll be on the video link tonight to talk to him as well. So happy birthday, Dad. And yeah, definitely my dad. You can see. I'll look like that. I scrub up that nicely in a shirt and tie as well. Anyway, listen, aside all of that, today is Tell a Joke Day. So if you've got any jokes, then please do. The worse, the better, to be honest with you. The most groan-worthy, the better. We worked out, Tina, as well, by the way, that rum balls, in the UK, we call them rum truffles, I think, don't we? Because they're rolled in lovely sweet things. So we just worked that out while you were watching Joe there. Pam says, I like baking eggnog cookies. Now, eggnog is that yellow kind of drink. I've never had it. I always looked at it and thought, it reminds me of, you know, when you were given penicillin as a child, because it's yellow, isn't it? But I've never actually tried it. I don't actually know. Every time I say to someone, what does it taste like? They say eggnog. And I'm like, okay, right. I'm not quite sure that helps me that much. Anyway, Pam says, are all the recipes in cups, as we don't use these in the UK? Oh, let's have a little look, shall we? Let's have a little look. Well, actually, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to buy an English teacup, aren't you? That's what you're going to have to do. We'll have to convert it, won't we? Yeah, 2 cups, 1 cup. Yeah, so they are in cups, so they're not in like ounces and doodahs. But most of your measuring things, they will measure out in cups as well, won't they? I've seen those quite a lot, Debbie, have you?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. You can pick those up. But if you remember, I remember watching my grandma, bless her, and my nan, they used to bake, and literally it would just, they knew. Do you know, like my generation, and especially this generation, it's a measured thing. They've got to measure what they need. Back then, no, it was a cup of that, a cup of this, whatever it was that you beat your eggs up and all that kind of thing. That's exactly how you make things. And sometimes Sometimes they can be disastrous. Sometimes they're absolutely beautiful. My nan and my grandma, oh my goodness, their baking was out of this world.
Yeah.
These reminisce that for me. They give me that, they evoke a real good childhood memory for me, and I absolutely love them. Can I show a few more samples,
And baking
Derek,
brings people together, does it? Yes, of course you can. Go for it, Debbie. Yeah,
Absolutely. I just think these are really gorgeous. And just talking about evoking of all those childhood memories, these recipes really are fabulous to use. And again, look at this. That's that lovely chocolate chip cookie one. Take it into your card making. You know, we just showed you there. We were doing the jar where you gift somebody this. You could literally take that. I mean, this is a lovely little wallet that our Sandy's made here with all the recipes in there. Lots of different recipes, and just give that as a lovely gift to somebody. And then for them and their future generations, they've got these lovely recipes that they've got to hand as well. Like I said, cake making, absolutely fabulous. Your card making, cake making. I've got cakes up brain, Jerry. I've got cakes up brain. That's because I can feel the belly all rumbling. Look how beautiful. Even taking things into, like, if you don't want to use the recipes, how beautiful that would be for just a lovely gift, a gift card to give someone, a cuddle in a cup. Thinking of them, that kind of thing. Those papers are beautiful as well, Derek. They're absolutely gorgeous.
They are.
Again, look how beautiful all these are that you can use in many ways. Shaker cards, we love a good shaker card with the recipes and things like that. So yeah, absolutely fabulous.
They are absolutely amazing. Right, Debbie, are you ready for another grown-worthy joke?
Oh, I am
now,
indeed.
listen, you can blame producer Laura for these.
Oh, what's she done?
Not entirely. She just found them on the internet and put them together for us. But so I can't make her entirely responsible for them. I love this one. Why did no one bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? Other auction sites are available.
Why did
no one bid for Rudolph and Blitzen on eBay? This is a brilliant one.
Not quite sure, but I'm sure you're going to tell me. Come on, I'm ready.
Because they were too dear. Because they were too dear. Too dear, Debbie.
I love that one. That's a good one, Laura. I love that one.
More of those later. If you've got some, please do. We'll get the email address up for you so you can send in grown-worthy jokes, because we love those. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. So if you've got worse than that, then please feel free. Get them into our inbox. Debbie, right, where are we going next recipe-wise?
Oh, recipe. So this time I'm going to use Baking Spirits Bright. Again, a really lovely collection. So I'll just show you the packaging. You get lots of inspiration just by looking at that packaging. You can see what you can make with this. And again, it's baking and sharing your edible delights and literally the treats that you can make with these. I just think they're absolutely fabulous. Like I said, you could stick the raw ingredients into something and gift that to someone, or you can make them up for them, give them the recipe, and then they can make them themselves. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. So let's start with the dies. So, I mean, look at this, Derek. This is a big die. So on each one of these as well, you've got your own where you can make your tags. I mean, that makes a beautiful, great big tag. I can see straight away, though, I could make my own card blank with that. We did a couple of little things with different frames. It's exactly what you could do with that if you wanted to.
Into your recipe journals, maybe.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. I love that idea. A recipe journal. Oh, why didn't I think of that before when I was planning all this?
Because you could put all those in a big ring. You know, you had those on a key ring earlier, a big key ring.
What a cracking idea that is, Derek. Yeah. Love that idea. Pop a little key ring. Pop all your put all of them. If you've got all 4 recipes, stick them all on in that same shape, and you're good to go. Give it to someone, and they've got it where they can hang it in the kitchen, or it's a nice little gift idea. But again, we've got tags on there as well. And again, what I love about this, and why if you're wondering why we've only done it in cut them into halves and things like this, and the bottom ends, it's so you can make your own tag the own size that you want it to be. So you're not restricted, to a certain tag size. You've got the capability with these dies to be able to extend as small or as large as you want it to be. And then we've got a set of gorgeous stamps on here. And not only have we got the recipe for homemade fruit muffins this time, you can see there again all the instructions, but we've got some really lovely sentiments on here. So Baking Spirits Bright, absolutely love that one. My very favourite, Christmas calories don't count.
Too true.
Exactly.
If it's on a stamp, it must be true.
We've got Mix It Up on there as well. And then there's nothing a muffin can't fix. And again, if you think about this, muffins aren't Christmas related, are they?
No, you can make Christmas muffins.
Exactly, yeah. So there's a few things on there that you can tweak and take into your own. Derek's thinking, I can see it's that light bulb moment. I saw it go off there.
Little boy
Derek,
with his hand up in the corner. Mix it up. You could add to your recipe journal and make a separate recipe journal for your Christmas cocktail combinations. Can you mix it up?
Oh, hey, now we're talking, Derek. Now we're talking.
Yes.
Love that idea as well.
What will you add to your Baileys at Christmas? Other drinks are available.
I love it. I know. Well, yes, other drinks are available. Do you know what I mean? Especially in the hot chocolate one. I'll tell you what I'd stick in mine, but we'll wait till we get to that one. We'll wait till we get to that one. Right, so again, let's start with the recipe. Let's start with the focal point. So we're going to start with the recipe, and I'm going to stamp all of this. And now, choice of ink, it's entirely up to you. I'm using the alcohol-proof one, but obviously it depends on what you're using. If you're colouring it in the background, think about your ink pad. But I just want to use this particular one. Get this nice crisp, bringing in some stamping card again. And this time I'm going to centralise it in there. All the way around. Nice little stamp. And again, stamping mat, stamping platform. You're good to go, Derek. It acts as a resist. It's got that lovely sponge to it, so it bounces back up and it gives you a nice crisp, lovely stamped image again. And there you go. You've got all your lovely recipe there. And then what we're going to do is exactly the same. I'm going to centralise it. And if you've noticed, that's just my preferred method. I like to stamp the recipe down and then fit that around. But you could do it the other way around. So you could actually, let's bring that in, die cut that and then stamp your recipe on. So there's a couple of ways you can do that, Derek. It's one of those versatile ones, and it's been a personal preference as well, a personal preference. Right, so I'm just going to run that through my Gemini. Now, if anybody's wanting to know if this one would fit through the Gemini Go or the Gemini Mini, if I just bring my platform in, you can see that this one fits perfectly. So you know now that all of these dies are going to fit through the smaller machines as well as your larger ones. So do you know, if you want to make quite a few on a night, sat at your little table or your little lap tray like I have, you could be doing a few die cutting elements with this collection because it fits through all of the machines, including that Mini. Right, so let's bring this in for a second. Move the plates out of the way. Have I done with me stamp? No, I'm going to stamp another one. I'm going to stamp my favourite one. Let's just take that off for a second. Love this, Derek, and I just think, I mean, I'm going to definitely try the fruit muffins. I hadn't had a fruit muffin I'm trying to think last time I had a fruit muffin.
Doesn't that sound lovely? I like a blueberry. It sounds delicious.
It really does sound delicious.
Blueberry muffins are really nice. A little bit of an aperture
there as well. Think about your other things that you could make. Oh, that's a clever one. I'll have to find that card again, but the one where it had it actually attached to, so it got a little piece of ribbon, that's exactly what you could do. Pop that back in there and have it loose. Swinging around in there.
Yes, you could.
Lovely idea, lovely ideas. Thinking all these ideas as I'm going along, Derek, I am.
Debbie, I've just been doing a bit of homework, on the conversions from cups to ounces, which we'd need to do for the UK.
Yep.
It's really simple because there's websites out there that will do it for you. The reason why it's not an easy question to answer is because it varies by ingredients. So it's not, you could do the old-fashioned way like, our mothers and grandmothers used to do, which is literally the same cup. They do 2 cups of flour to 1 cup of sugar or whatever. You could do that. But I looked at an official conversion. So a cup of butter into UK ounces is 8 ounces, but flour is 4.5 to a cup, and white sugar is 7 ounces to the cup. So the answer is different depending on the ingredient, you see. But there are websites out there that will sort all of that out for you, no problem whatsoever. I just think it's lovely.
Of course there is, isn't there, Derek? Yeah, exactly. But I would just, if you think about, if you're going to use the same cup, so if you've got a little traditional English cup, you're just going to use that same cup for all the measurements. That's exactly what you're going to do. So regardless of how you do that, I just think it's a really clever idea. I just
think it's
love
brilliant.
All of this.
Listen, as long as you go a little bit of this and a lot of that and a lot of chocolate chips, it'll work out in the end.
Absolutely.
There's not many biscuits that go wrong, are there really? You'll eat them all no matter what, won't you, really? As long as there's chocolate in there, thank you very much, I'll be eating that, no matter what it looks like. Don't care what it looks like, it's what it tastes like that counts.
Now again, talking about these dies and these tags, I think of Joe every time I think of a tag now. Don't ask me why, but just because he's obsessed with tags. But literally, the reason we've not, like I said, popped it into one is so that you can make it really small, or you can extend it to however large you want. I think that for me is it's one of those big ticks.
Yeah.
It ticks all the boxes when it comes to this, because I just think I can have it whatever size I actually want it to be. I just think it's absolutely brilliant. Cleverly designed, well thought out, and with reason. Because, you know, Leanne and the team, they think of absolutely everything when it comes to this. And I love the fact that they've not restricted this tag size so that you can make it as big or as little as you want.
See, that's the thing. I mean, this is the Crafter's Companion, like, worst kept secret, if you like, because we could restrict the size of those tags to fit the stamps absolutely exactly, which means you could only really use them with these stamps, or you'd have to fit your stamps into that space. But no, Sarah's decided, you know what, we're going to have a tag, let's enjoy it, whether you want it 5 foot long or whether you want it just, you know, the smallest size it can be. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant. I mean, really, really good. Do you know what Anne says? And she's just made a really, really good point, actually. But I think, to be honest, Anne, the answer to this is it's the closely guarded secret, I think. You know, like the blend of 11 herbs and spices in that well-known chicken. Because Anne says they should have put Sarah's fudge recipe in there. But I think that's a secret never to be told, though, I think, isn't it?
Do you know what? I love that. That idea would have been brilliant. It really would have been a brilliant idea to have done that. Can you imagine making Sarah's fudge? How incredible would that be? I need that recipe. And do you know, we might have to have a talk.
Yeah.
Might have to have a talk. Who said that?
What?
Is it?
Oh.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, we should say that out loud, shouldn't we?
Yes.
Producer Laura's just told us that the recipe for Sarah's fudge is actually somewhere on our Instagram grid. So I think, yeah, definitely, there's a bit of homework after the show, is to go and track that down. Definitely, because that needs to go in your recipe journal, doesn't it? You know how much it is loved right here in CCHQ. I still haven't yet sampled it.
Me neither, Derek. Me neither. She brought some in when I wasn't here. I was most upset.
Oh,
so I'm hoping I'm on a Christmas card list.
And you've been here a lot longer than I have, Debbie.
Yeah, do you know what though? I have tried one of our lovely Laura's gingerbread men before my health kick-started. Just thought I'd tell you that little bit, just put that little bit there. But oh my days, homemade, you just can't beat it.
That's true.
You
so
just
true.
Can't beat it. Like I said, it evokes all my childhood memories of my grandma and my nanan, because they used to bake constantly. I used to, honestly, I'm thinking of all me fruit muffins, and I'm just thinking all those lovely memories. It really does. It just brings back such beautiful memories. It really does. Now, I can see now that I've got my recipe and I've stamped on there, and I've given it a little colour around the edge. I've just softened it again. It's that nice little soften. I've used Oasis for this particular one because I'm going to use a bit of craft bag. And then I've taken my Sandstorm and gone around this because I thought, you know what, I'll have a bit of both. I'll have a couple of colours on there. But I've fetched in now a little gift bag. I'm obsessed with gift bags at the moment. Sometimes making your own is absolutely fabulous, but sometimes that cheats way is even better. So I've bought in a lovely gift bag, and I've taken some of these beautiful papers that we've got. We've got a lovely colour palette in this paper palette. In this paper pad. Beautiful colours. You've got pinks, you've got greens, you've got purples. You've got Christmas red, Christmas greens, some really lovely colours. And I've just matted that onto some of our Debbie's lost the words. Textured cardstock this is. Although Debbie has now lost her tape pen. As if by magic it was underneath me. I should just look. It's a good job the back in stock, isn't it? Oh, actually, that one needs to go.
Oh, is it gone?
Because it's all run out. So let me bring in one that I know hasn't run out. And again, I just think I'm so excited that these are back into stock. Should we get excited that tape pens come back into stock?
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But, while they're there, because there's such a godsend, I mean, the alternatives take a lot longer, don't they? They might be just as good, etc., but they take longer. The tape pen it puts the power back in your hands, really, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does. Oh, Debbie, you've just stuck it out. Oh, let me see. I realised, Derek, I haven't put my ribbon on, so let me put my ribbon on in each corner. Phew! Nearly. I did this yesterday, didn't I? Did exactly the same yesterday. Debbie, tape pen, there you go. Let me just pop there.
While you're doing that, do you want another joke? Because Carol sent one in. Sorry, Eileen has sent one in. I'm rubbish with names. Sorry, Eileen. She said, right, it's a knock knock.
Knock knock. I love a knock knock.
Yeah. So knock knock, Debbie.
Knock knock. Who's there?
Carob.
What did you say?
Carob.
Carob. Who?
Actually, I'm a reindeer. Santa can't find the chimney. Can you let us in? Oh dear. Whoosh, we need a tumbleweed noise. A carob, I think, is a type of deer.
Oh,
I think.
Well.
Caribou. Sorry, not carob. Sorry, caribou is oh, how rubbish am I? As a joke teller, a caribou is a type of deer. That's what I meant, not a carob.
Oh dear
Oh,
me.
sorry, Eileen, I tried. It was a real groaner, that one, wasn't it? If you've got any more, please do send them. Do you want another one, Debbie?
Yes, please.
I'll try and redeem myself from that awful one. It's all in the delivery. Yeah, that's true. Well, I should know after all these years. It's all in the delivery. Right, let's try with this one then. What does Father Christmas do when his elves misbehave?
I don't know, Derek.
He gives them the sack. The sack. He gives them the sack, Debbie.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Brilliant.
Did you notice no tumbleweed? I have to have simple jokes, Derek. There have to be simple jokes that I understand, and I'm fine with them then.
You needed to have a full verse knowledge of the animal kingdom to get that one, didn't you, I suppose? Caribou.
Absolutely. Now I'm just going to tie a little bit of ribbon. I've tied my ribbon around the bottom of my bag there, and I'm just going to tie a little bit here because I want to attach this to my handle. So if I just pop this on. And again, thinking of gifts that you can give, do you know what I would be definitely doing with this one, Derek? I would definitely be putting the raw ingredients in this recipe.
Yes.
So I would put the raw ingredients. So I'd put that wheat flour in, I'd put the granulated sugar. Obviously not the big versions, but I'd measure them out, ready for them, pop them in little bags, and then fill your bag up and give that gift to someone to actually do it. I just think it's absolutely fab. It
Debbie,
really,
what about
really
the
is.
diamond ring?
About the what?
What about the diamond ring?
Well, of course. I'd love
Is that going in there as well?
I'd love one in there. I would love that one in there.
Do you know, Jeffrey's had a really, really good idea, Debbie, and actually, I think it's probably too late to put it to Leanne and the team for this year, but I think for future years, this is genius, this idea. Jeffrey has said it would be great if for Christmas we could get a Crafter's Companion cookbook. Now that's idea number one. Idea number two, to go with the cookbook, it could include pages we could colour in.
Oh, I like
Both
that,
worlds
Jeffrey.
together.
What a great idea that is. That is a fabulous idea. I like that one as well. Now, there you go, Derek. All my recipe is ready on the front of my gift bag. I've got my little Christmas carrot, because obviously if you're going to give this to somebody and gift this to somebody with all those ingredients in, you can tell them, it gives them permission that they can actually eat those gorgeous homemade fruit muffins. And again, Christmas calories don't count. Pop that in, pop all the raw ingredients in there, fill it all up, and then gift that to somebody. And literally they've got then a recipe that they can keep forever, a recipe that they're going to use all the time, repeat, use that recipe all the time. It's just gorgeous. I absolutely love this collection. It's fabulous.
We all love it. We all love it because it's foodie related. You know, here at Crafters TV, that is our after crafting food. I'm not sure if food actually comes before or after. It definitely comes with. Maybe it's joint first. Food always goes down well here at Crafters TV. Diana says, Debbie, I just love your demos. You make things so easy to understand. They're brilliant. She makes them so much fun as well because she gives us ideas that we might not think of for ourselves as well. This is such an amazing collection, I have to say. Michelle's just said on YouTube as well, by the way, that when you're making the tags with the little recipes on those, you can get a magnet onto the back of those and you can have those magnets on your fridge. Of course you could. And other recipes beside that as well, because they're such lovely tag shapes, aren't they? So you could definitely do that. So in your bundle is all of those dies that we are showing you right now. So the complete wonderful collection of all of those 4 different dies. Plus you're getting the 12 by 12 paper pad, which is just for Santa's kitchen, by the way, which is wonderful. Plus you're getting your satin ribbon, all included in that resistible yummy offer. Literally yummy. I said on social media yesterday, today's collection is literally yummy. It's brilliant. £56, $75. Now, all the glues and bits and pieces that you need, they're all in stock right now, so do take advantage of those. We've got the Collal tacky glue and the all-purpose glue. They're on offer as a bundle together. They're £6.38, $11.35. We've got the small guillotine. That's around at the moment. We don't always have the small one around, so again, if you need one, you want one, and it just makes, because it's got the grids on them as well, and it's got score lines within them as well, which I think is really good. $19.99 in the UK, $27.96. We also have the Score Masterboard as well. So is this the one that you made the boxes with, Debbie, when we were on yesterday, the Score Master? Yeah. So one side does your box lid, the other side has the score measurements for your box bases. It's one of the most genius tools in the craft industry. Everything you need is there, plus full instructions as well, plus lots of tutorials online from us. £10.39, $15.19. Right, let's move on to the favour boxes then, because I think these, again, are absolutely genius to have a selection of different box shapes. And this is going to go perfectly with the tags that you are making with this collection today in Santa's kitchen. They are brilliant. So we put a nice little bundle together for you of 4 of our most popular favour box types. Now remember, favour boxes, as you're making them up, in fact, if I show you on the reverse of those, it might be a little easier because it gives you a better representation of the actual shapes that are going on there. So the first one there is the honeycomb favour box, which is really cute, isn't it? So that's got the little sort of hanging loop there at the bottom as well. So if you want to hang these from things, you can make Christmas decorations with these. But of course, as favour boxes, they could be used all year round for lots and lots of different occasions. You also then have the gift carton box there, which is lovely. That's really sweet. In fact, we've got one down here, so you can see that's a little bit more like a sort of a tissue box shaped fundamentally at the bottom, and then it sort of brings up to a carton sort of size on both sides there, which is really lovely. Then we have got, what's going on here? There's lots of food toing and froing in the studio. I'm loving it. And I'm missing out right now. Just leave Derek, he'll do all the work right now. Everyone can swap food. We have got the bonbon box, which again is really sweet. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. It's a wonderful shape, and think for lots and lots of celebrations and occasions, especially as well at Christmas, that would be wonderful. And then we have this one, which is the trinket box, which for me looks like a little treasure trove. It's absolutely beautiful. Love that. Let me get you an example of this one actually, because we've got one here. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, imagine all of the kind of gifts that you could present for any time of the year. It could be Christmas, could be birthdays. I mean, that really would be something to look forward to, wouldn't it? Diamond ring, yeah, definitely. The diamond ring could go in there if you're thinking of, somebody's popping the question or whatever. And actually, you know what, for christening gifts as well, because you always buy something little and silver because christening gift, a little silver dummy or whatever it might be, for them to treasure and keep forever and ever. That would be a wonderful box, to live on for the future and look back to. Oh, I love it. Everything in this show today is an absolute winner. Keep your groan-worthy Christmas cracker jokes coming in, by the way. Are you ready for another one, Debbie?
Oh, go on then, ready?
Right, let's see. What happened? You know it's a cracker if I've laughed before I've even told it. What happened to the man who stole an advent calendar? What happened to the man who stole an advent calendar?
Never very good with these jokes. This is what we do around Christmas table. We swap these and I'm always the last one to get them. Go on, Derek, tell me, I've no idea.
Well, what happened to the man who stole an advent calendar? He got 25 days. 25 days, Debbie. 25 days.
I love that one. Again.
That's a cracker.
The ones that I understand. Yeah, I get them. I like that
Brilliant.
one. That's fun.
Love that. Right, what are we doing next? Let's get back to the kitchen, shall we? And box making.
Well, I thought, shall we mix it up a little bit? Shall we bring in some of those gorgeous boxes?
Yeah.
I mean, I love boxes. Anybody who knows me knows that I love my boxes. I'm forever getting my scoreboard out and whipping up boxes. However, that's not for everybody. So sometimes we like a box that's all been worked out for us. This is well, we've covered all of that for you because these boxes, lovely shaped boxes as well, some really difficult boxes that you would have to do as well if you were trying to measure them and get them onto your scoreboard. But we've got you covered because we've thought of absolutely everything. On each set of these boxes, you get your worker element, and this one is the worker element. Now, the reason I've chose this because I shouldn't have favourite boxes, Derek, but the gift carton box is one of my favourites. I love the style of this and I just think it's really fabulous. And do you know what it's going to work with beautifully?
Go on.
It's going to work beautifully with this collection, Santa's Kitchen.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
It lends itself to foodie things, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Now, we've also got, now I know that if you're getting the whole bundle, do you get some cardstock with it? If you get the whole bundle? On
the box, yes, of course. Oh, so sorry, I forgot to mention that. Yes, you get 2 packs of Centura Pearl 10 packs. So you get the platinum and you get the lilac as well. So that's going to kind of cover all bases as well, isn't it?
And can you buy the boxes singularly as well, Derek? That's the next question.
Yes, they are on a multi-buy. Yes, they are.
Perfect.
2 for $50 or $60.
Because if that's a bit too much of a stretch, and we understand it's not for everybody, you could then do a little bit of cherry picking and pick out your favourite boxes. But it also means you can use other things that are on the show as well. Because I've got some fabulous from Unky Dory. It's the wait a minute. Matt-tastic. I nearly said something else then. Thankfully, I thought about that one. Matt-tastic, which is gorgeous cardstock on there, and some really beautiful quality cardstock that's going to work gorgeous with these dies. Derek, honestly, it's absolutely fabulous. Now, it comes, I just explained, the box itself has got a worker element part to it. So there's a worker element part there, but then you've got all these extra little bits as well, which you could use if you weren't using your Santa's Kitchen with it and you wanted to use it for a different style. Some of those gorgeous ones you just showed, Derek, are absolutely fabulous. Now, what you need to do, though, is you need to cut out a couple of pieces of this. Now, this is when you will need your larger machines, because this particular gift box one doesn't fit through the Junior. However, some of the boxes do. So it just depends on the size or the choice of the box that you're going for. But your thin metal combination, your thin metal die combination with that is your cutting plate, die facing down onto your cardstock, in this case the Matt-tastic, and then the plastic shim, magnetic shim, and the other cutting plate. That's the way that I prefer to use it. You'll see lots of our demonstrators that are here. We all use different variations of platforms to cut our things out, but you are going to need to do this twice. So I've got this one cut out and I'm just going to repeat that again, but you can see now, and I just take the tape off for a second, what you have now is you have your die cut piece, and you can see perfectly as well all the score lines. I'll come back to those in a moment because we're going to make this box from scratch, Derek. So we're going to start from scratch and go all the way through each stage so you can see how you do it. So
we're going to do that all over again. So I'll quickly tell you while you're doing the second one there that Andrea and lots of you, I mean so many of you on the website for the full collection of the Santa's Kitchen collection and adding box dies to your orders as well. Andrea says, hi Debbie and Derek, I'm completely loving the Santa's Kitchen collection. So different from all the other Christmas products around. And I think that's what we said, Debbie and I, when we saw it yesterday, because we were lucky enough to see the samples yesterday when we were, before we were doing yesterday afternoon's craft house, we were having a little look and going, oh, we're really looking forward to this. This is brilliant. And we were reading the recipes and we were thinking of all the different ideas, seeing what the design team had come up with, as well as different concepts and ideas for making up samples. We were like super, super, super giddy. We wanted to tell you everything yesterday, really, didn't we, Debbie? But
absolutely,
we had to hold it back.
Yeah, we had to contain ourselves, Derek. We had to, and we did throw a few things. We had a few samples behind us. We don't know if anybody noticed, but we thought we'll give you a little bit of a teaser. We did. You had a few samples at the side of you as well, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
No one said anything though, Derek, so I don't think anybody noticed.
No, I was obviously too subtle about it. I need to be a bit more, full on about these little teases. Oh, talking of teases.
Yes.
I just remembered this, Debbie. Do you remember this sample here that I've got, this lovely box that was made up? I'm not sure who made this.
Fabulous.
It was lovely Sandy Brooks from our design team who made up this box using the Santa's Kitchen collection. but it's not necessarily the box and the wonderful design and using those wonderful stamps and the tag and everything else, but it's what's in it that I want to show you, because we have a well-known, I don't know whether you have this in the US, but we have a well-known snack in the UK here called a Tunnock's tea cake. Other snacks are available and it's wonderful. It's like marshmallow inside. I want to cut that open and show you what they're like inside because they're absolutely beautiful. But look at this box, and I think, have you made one of these type of boxes before, Debbie?
Yes.
Where they're all on different levels, and look, there's a tea cake on every level.
Absolutely.
I just love that. And that is staying on my side of the studio for the whole show.
I forgot I gave you that one, Derek, because I had that over here yesterday, because I said to you, you're not having them tea cakes. I don't know how they've lasted that long.
You've missed a trick there, Debbie.
Definitely,
Anyway.
I have. However, do you know what? I might ask our lovely Sandy if she could share those measurements on, because she used that with the Scoremaster, so you'll be able to make that with that. So we might have to ask her very nicely if she'll share a post on our Facebook pages.
It is a lovely design.
Absolutely. Now I've taken both pieces now, so while you're busy talking there, all I've done is taken my bone folder or your creaser, and I've just given it a nice crisp burnish all the way around. And what I've done is folded those in, but these two tabs folded the other way so that it naturally goes into place. It's like teasing your cardstock. And then what you need to do is, if you think about these two tabs, you wouldn't stick the two tabs together. You need to stick the straight edge to the tab. So that's how you would apply this. So again, I'm going to use my tape pen, and I'm going to pop the tape pen just onto there. And then I'm going to pop that on the top. Match that up, keep it nice and flush. Give it a nice burnish as well with your glue. There you go. So that's that little part. And then we're going to do exactly the same. So the flat edge here, we're going to bring this tab down. And this is how I use them when I'm folding them. I fold that over like that, Derek. So again, I'm just going to pop a little bit. Just makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Do you know, when you're trying to line it up, instead of putting it in your hand and trying to get it in your hand and get it right.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit easier to keep it nice and flush and get it in the right position. And then again, just do that. And that now is the box already coming together. You can see straight away. So now I've got these two folds, and again, it's just applying your glue. So I usually pop mine just fold down and then one of the lids on and then the other lid underneath. However, you could do it that bit down so you've got a nice neat bottom inside. It depends. Debbie, hold it there. So your bottom's nice and neat.
Yeah.
So that's the way that I would personally do it. I would pop that little part down first,
yeah,
and then pop your glue onto these outside tabs, just for a second, and then on the other side as well. Now, choice of glues, tape liner pens, things like that you can use. Obviously, while these are back in stock, I would be getting hold of them pretty quick.
Yeah.
And again, all you do is just fold that in, pop those two bits down, and again, just go inside the box. Let's just hold that down and give it a nice burnish so it holds it into place. And then I'm going to stick that last tab down there onto that bottom, so you've got a nice neat bottom as well. Always, and always handy having a nice neat bottom, isn't it, Derek?
I've got, definitely, every
no
day.
Bits hanging out.
Do not leave the house without it.
So again, that's how easy that part is to do. So now you can see, there you go, nice neat bottom, and inside a nice neat inside as well. So that's the way I would do that. And then all this is to close it is you simply pop those two handles together, hold that into place, and then this little tab, you just maneuver and tease that part in. Okay, there you go. So that's part done. And exactly the same on this side. Just maneuver that and tease that into place. Let's just get that in. And now, how simple was that box to put together? And then it's a case of decorating it. Shall we do a bit of decorating? Can you be reading some more jokes, Derek, while I grab hold of a piece of the paper pad?
Well, I was just going to ask you a quick question, very, very quick question, Debbie, first. So am I right in thinking, so if I buy the box dies and I want to make to sell,
yep,
that's okay?
Absolutely.
See, this is the thing that blows my mind here. Because I think, right, okay, well, you know what? If you knew what went into developing a die and the process that takes, it's not a quick thing, I know, because I've worked with lots of businesses over the years. When you're developing products, it's trial and error, and it's try this, try that, work out the nets, blah, 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 blah. It takes a long, long time to bring a product to market. So once you've bought it, this could, I mean, you've got £100 for your complete bundle here, which comes with your paper as well, and all 4 of those box dies, so 4 completely different designs. You make them up, as you want to. You decorate them the way you want to, or the way your customer wants them done. And you could have that £100, $120 paying back to you in spades in, I would imagine, a fairly short space of time. Because if you think about children's parties, if you think about wedding favours, absolutely, they really lend themselves out. And all the occasions that we give gifts and people get together, that's incredible. Absolutely brilliant. That should get your entrepreneurial brain going as well, because think about that. If you're able to offer cards and you're able to offer boxes, and it's amazing. It's brilliant. I can understand how, see, that's the great thing, isn't it? Because Sarah is the figurehead, the creator of Crafters Companion, and she has that business brain. Instead of saying, okay, well, it's all about me and my company, just pay me and my company, that's it, it's a one-way street. No. She's saying, okay, yeah, come and buy the products for us, knowing that they're going to work, knowing that they interlace with lots and lots of different collections right throughout the year. And then, you know what? You want to make money out of that by selling it on? That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. You don't need to do it sneakily on the dark web. You can do it in full view.
Exactly.
I think that's amazing. Right, do you want another joke, Debbie?
Go on then, I'm ready for another joke.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, who hides in the bakery at Christmas? Who hides in the bakery at Christmas?
I should know these. I've probably heard them about 1,000 times over. No, go on, I give in, Derek, tell me.
All right, well, if I tell you the first bit, you'll be able to finish off the second bit. A mince
Pie?
Yes, so
Yay!
put those together and you get a mince pie. Hides in the bakery at Christmas. A mince pie! Spy! Oh, blimey, I give up. Spy. Mince pie, Debbie.
Oh, I get it! Oh, I get it! My days.
Oh, dearie me.
Is it coffee time yet? Is it coffee time?
Yeah, it must be.
A mince pie.
Pie.
Now I get it. It's the way
Hides
you
in the
tell them,
bakery.
Derek. It's the way you tell them.
That's what it is. It's the way you tell them, isn't it? Listen, if you've got any other groan-worthy cracker jokes, please do send them in. Debbie's still trying to work that one up. Do you make your own mince pies, Debbie?
Many moons ago. I don't tend to bake very much these days. It's something I want to redo. Actually, what a great way to start. I've got my recipes all ready to boot. I think I'm going to have to put them to the test and have a go. But I used to make my own mince pies, Derek, a long time ago. My ex-husband, he did like mince pies.
Yeah.
And he liked the homemade varieties. So, yes, I did used to make them. But my kiddywinkles, not so much kiddywinkles now, but they don't like anything like that. So it stopped. It stopped when me and him were no longer together.
I see.
Yes.
I don't either, to be honest. What I do is what I think everyone does every year is you start going through the mince pies shop by shop by shop, and about 7 boxes later you find one and you go, oh, I like those. But the others, oh, I'm not sure if I like those so much. But you go through box and box and boxes and boxes and boxes. So you've got any mince pie recommendations, by the way?
I've got
whether
one.
You're in the US or in the UK, if there's a store where you buy your mince pies from and we've got to all try one and have one, please feel free to share in the comments on YouTube or Facebook, and our social superstars will send your messages. So what have you got, Debbie? What's your favourite?
Well, there's a bakery called, am I allowed to mention it? Staniforth's. And I don't know if it's a Yorkshire thing, this, because when I went to go and visit my daughter in Bristol, I expected a Staniforth's to be there, and there wasn't. So I don't know if it's a Yorkshire-based company, Staniforth's. But they make the most amazing iced mince pies every Christmas.
Oh,
so you get a gorgeous made mince pie with icing on the top and then a little Christmas tree fondue. The worth. Do you know that? Where's that stamp gone again? Christmas calories don't count. Not all the way through December, when I have to have a weekly treat with one of those, because they're only available through Christmas. So yes, that's my little recommendation for anybody living in the Yorkshire area. Try a Staniforth's mince pie.
Do you know, a couple of years ago, I don't know whether they still do them now, there's a store in the UK, and we should just say other stores and other brands are available. There you go, it's said now. But a couple of years back, in, I think it was Waitrose, which is a supermarket we have here in the UK, there was some Heston Blumenthal, you know, the famous, you might not know him over the pond because he didn't come over really like Jamie and Gordon, but he's a very quirky chef. He does lots of things with, like, you know, that makes dishes bubble up and smoke and everything else. It's brilliant. But he made these wonderful puff pastry mince pies, and on the top it had pine flavoured sugar, encrusted sugar on the top of these mince pies. Oh, they were they were really good. Really good. Love those. Share yours with us. We'd love to hear. Anything foodie. Anything foodie we'd like to hear about.
Right,
anyway.
Derek, I've made my box. So, and apart from decorating it with some of these gorgeous stamps, there's little gingerbread men on there, we've got little cookies on there. I've made my box using that beautiful matte-tastic, get it right, Debbie, and some of the papers from there, and then just a couple of the little trinkets. And then I was thinking perhaps we could decorate it with maybe some of the stamps on here. We've got lovely little homemade mug. That'll look absolutely fabulous. Oh yeah, what a great idea. Filling these boxes up with lots of those sachets of hot chocolate and things like that, and then sticking a little mug on there. Or if you wanted, add a little tag, pop your little recipe on there, pop it inside.
That'd be amazing.
Think about these things. These are going to work absolutely perfectly. Just shows you how easy they are to put together, but they really truly are going to work absolutely fabulously with this Santa's Kitchen collection. Give it a go, and I'd like to see your makes if you do.
Yeah, definitely. We please do, because we love any cookie ideas, any mince pie recipes, any pictures of anything you make just at Christmas time. Actually, I put on my Facebook page yesterday a thing I do every Christmas morning, and actually a lot of you guys over the pond hadn't heard of this, is you take a rasher of streaky bacon, which is like thin strips of bacon, a bit like the bacon you kind of have in America, and you put 2 dried apricots inside a rasher, and you roll the apricots in the rasher of bacon, put a cocktail stick through the middle. Do quite a few of those because you'll love them. Put them on a baking tray, literally in the oven, medium heat, probably 10 minutes or so. What happens? The dried apricot goes lovely and soft and ooey gooey, and it's like a sweet treat. You put a little bit of maple syrup on the top as well. Every Christmas brunch, I would say, because I don't do early mornings on Christmas morning. I'm not 6 anymore, and I don't have children, so I kind of come down bleary-eyed about 10:30, 11 and enjoy brunch with a glass of bubbles. So you've got to have the streaky bacon with the apricots with a glass of bubbles. That's my Christmas Day recommendation. Back to the boxes. Here is your bundle for the 4 different types of these fantastic gift boxes. I'll show you again with the actual dies and the pictures on the boxes there as well. So in this bundle, you're getting all 4 of these, and they really are a treasure as well. So you've got the trinket box, which is absolutely beautiful. I love that. You've got the bonbon box, which just lends itself to wedding favours and so many other occasions as well. You have the gift carton box, which is the one that Debbie was just demoing with, and the honeycomb favour box as well. I think they're absolutely brilliant. They really are. Listen, if you want to get hold of those, remember you get all 4 of those dies, plus you get 2 packs of the Centura Pearl as well, in platinum and in lilac as well. So while you are checking out your baskets, which so many of you are on this wonderful Sunday morning, here is Leanne to tell you about a very special Colour Me Happy.
Join me this Friday, Colour Me Happy at 4 p.m, where I'm going to be bringing you the most amazing, brand new tri-blend brush markers. The amount of effects you're going to get, and if you loved our original tri-blend markers, you're going to love these. This Friday, 4 p.m, Colour Me Happy with me. I can't wait.
That is such a game changer, isn't it? Such a game changer for tri-blends. I can't wait to see that. I'll definitely, if I'm not actually here, I don't know whether I'm actually here that day, but if I'm not, I'll be glued to that show with Leanne. I can't wait. Loads and loads of comments coming in. Terry Sue on Facebook says, Debbie, you're so right about those iced mince pies. They are to die for. And Beatrice on YouTube says, I love that shade of pink card. Is it from the bundle? It's actually in the Matte-tastic, I think, isn't it, that one, Debbie, wasn't it? It was the Matte-tastic. Now, which one? Because you've got 2 collections. There's Forever Florals, which is on there as well. They're both cheap as chips, as our Debbie would say, $7.99 or $12.49. We also have the Just a Note Matte-tastic selection as well. It's all in there to shop the show. And I think she also used one of the papers as well from the 12 by 12 pad in Santa's kitchen, which we're going to have a look in right now. So that's all of those lovely die shapes there, which are amazing. So you've got Comfort, Joy and Cookies, which has been the most popular all the way through. It is completely your favourite. Sugar and Spice is not far behind. And I love what these cut out as well. They're absolutely beautiful. We've got the little jars. And I love the one with the little cup as well. Can I just show you a few samples? Because I think these are just, honestly, they're off the chart in terms of beauty. So I'll show you them as they are in the order. So the Comfort, Joy and Cookies is this one here. So I've got a sample of that one. That's beautiful. And I love what's been done here by, Christina, lovely Christina from our design team, because what she's done is she's just tucked the little recipe card within a band on the actual card itself. You can see she's used the paper, which comes from the Santa's Kitchen paper pad, which is in with the bundle, and then made the tag differently as well, which I think is really lovely. You've also then got Baking Spirits Bright, and I love this one because that makes that lovely jar shape, which is really good. And on this one, look, you've got the flip up recipe underneath, which is really clever, isn't it? So just an example of each one. Then this is the Sugar and Spice. I love the Sugar and Spice because it's got the little gingerbread men in it as well, which makes it really gorgeous. So here's a card that lovely Leslie has made using this set. Beautiful, isn't it? Stunning. Love that with the little bow on the front. And actually, what's the last one? Sweet Season Wishes. That's the homemade hot chocolate one. I quite like this actually, because I quite like extending that concept of adding things like this, with or without the stamps, into little food journals and making little tags. And what she's done is she's made little tags here with the stamps in the set, so they could easily be gift tags for your presents as well. And that was made up by lovely Sandy Brooks. So talented, our design team. They're absolutely brilliant. So the whole bundle there, which is all of your dies, it's the 12 by 12 paper pack, and it's the satin ribbons there as well in the yellow, the green and the red. All yours, £56, $75. It's going bananas on the website for this full collection, and I can completely, Debbie, understand why.
Absolutely. It's just a glorious collection. It's not one of those overly big collections where we've got masses and masses of things, but what it's got in this great collection is the versatility to be able to use it in many ways. You've got all those tags. Think about all those different shape, style tags that you can use, the different sizes that you're going to be able to use, and not just in Christmas. Think about all your things like your birthday cards and other things that you use a tag with. But the main feature for me is that gorgeous stamp collection that's got all those recipes on that you're going to be able to share with your loved ones, with your friends. If you're if you're making to sell, the way around, I get that. But if you're making to sell, you're going to be able to do this, and people are going to really love this. This is going to be something that really does stand out from the crowd, because we've got all those things that you need to be able to make the recipe with. So all the ingredients on there and how to use them, and think about all those gifts that you're going to give to your loved ones where you can actually make it up, print out stamp out that sentiment, and then give it to them, a gift that you're going to keep on giving, because they're going to be able to recreate this at home. It's that lovely sharing of your recipes and those kind of traditions that we did when we were younger, when we were, your nans and your grandmas and all the other members of your families that share. There's still some people that do now. There's lots of people. Look at our lovely Sarah, always baking. Leanne, always baking. Her sister's a fabulous baker. She makes some amazing things. But literally, this is what you're going to do. You're sharing and caring, definitely, by handing these recipes over. It's just a gorgeous collection, it really is. So with that said, I'm going to talk about the next one, which is Sweet Season Wishes. Now this one, look at this. Look how fabulous this is. Let's hold that up so you can see there. We've got that lovely mug. Let me get that the right way around. Let me see if I can pop that. No, Debbie, it's not the cardstock you're moving, it's the die you're moving. That's the right way round. You've got this beautiful solid mug die. So again, you could think about using this as a card blank if you just want to use it for card making. Obviously, we'll show you a few samples in a moment how some of the design team members have used this as well. But that's all there. And you've got those tags again. You've got the tags inside to be able to create large, small, different shape tags. Can you see that lovely circular design? But on this one here, you've got that beautiful curve going off. It really is fabulous. And then there's other little elements on there as well. So another little tag there for you, and then that love heart, and then turn it over and you've got your stamps on there. So you've got the recipe for hot chocolate. Oh, homemade hot chocolate. I can smell it. It's like smell-o-vision already. But then we've got other little sentiments on here, and I'll just show you. I just want to drink hot chocolate and watch Christmas movies. Absolutely. That is a real warm Christmassy feel and a lovely glow about that one. I love that stamp. But again, things like this one I love, and it says on there all you need is love and hot cocoa on that particular stamp. And again, really, really fabulous. They're all great stamps that you're going to be able to use in many, many ways. Cuddle in a cup, Derek. Cuddle in a cup. Absolutely love it. It's fabulous.
Lovely.
So I'm going to make us a shaker card. I'll show you what I'm going to make, but I'm doing it with different colours for this one. So I'm going to make a lovely little diorama here, and again using it in a different way. So this time, instead of gifting it to somebody with a, you know, with a gift bag or a box, making it into your card, because that's what you can do. That's a lovely another way to be able to give it to someone, isn't it, Derek?
Beautiful.
Absolutely. So first things first, let's get our cup cut out. So I'm going to use craft card. Now I know we've got craft card on the show today as well. Let me just move that out of the way for a second. But we have got some craft card. I think it's on the show. I think it is.
I think we have, yes. We've got a really, yes, there's a lovely little multi-buy, I think, on the craft card, isn't it? Yeah, 4 for £30. Or $42, fabulous. Which is really good. There's some really amazing paper offers in the show today,
isn't there?
As well. So if you're after Centura Pearl or any of the actually the paper stocks that we don't necessarily see on a lot of the shows, there's some really lovely additions to the multi-buys there as well. So if you want the craft card stock, go and grab that right now. Any 4 for $30, where normally they're $9.99 or $14.99 each, which is really good. I love that. There's your Centura Pearl. So if you want your 10 packs of Centura Pearl, there are so many different colours available as well right now. So snap those up. Any 4 for £10 or $14. I like today. It just makes it so easier.
Absolutely.
To buy,
now I'm just stamping on one of those stamps just down onto here. I just want to, I love it. I just want to drink hot chocolate and watch Christmas movies. And you can see on that, I've used the Friar Brown, one of these days I'm going to say it right, Friar Brown, and I used the quick dry ink on there as well. So pop that on, and then I'm going to centralise that around the edge there. So again, just centralise it, pop your tape down, hold it into place, and run that through your machine. So I'm going to pop that on. There we go. Lift that on there, and then just run that through. Same combination, thin metal die. Very, very easy to use, very simple to use, very effective as well. Lots of ways you can use them. I'll show you some more samples when I finish this one, because honestly, Derek, they're just absolutely fabulous. The design team have gone to town with this collection, let me tell you.
They really have.
So then when we take that out, I've got my cup all ready to go. So you can see, let's just move that out of the way. Put your die back on your thing, Debbie, because I know what I'm like. And I'll pop that down onto there.
Half an hour and we're all going for hot chocolate, I think.
Oh, most definitely. What a cracking idea.
It's been talked about too much, doesn't it, in this show? And I think that's it. We've all got the big sofas and there's enough big armchairs around as well, the place, that we'll all... We haven't got a roaring fire.
I'm going to bin my dinner off, Derek. I'm going to bin my healthy dinner off, and I think I'm ready for, something a bit
chocolate.
Nice.
Yeah,
just something a bit
naughty.
Nice. Bit
we'll
naughty,
call it
bit
Christmas
nice.
calories today.
Exactly.
It is Sunday as well, Debbie, isn't it?
It is. Sunday after all.
You can't treat yourself on a Sunday. In fact, you've got Carol treating herself. She says, You've got me going, I'm afraid. I'm going to have toast with marmalade right now and a hot chocolate breakfast. Oh, jealous we are much.
Carol, can I come and join you? That sounds divine. That absolutely sounds divine.
Nice
it really
big
does.
doorstep of toast with
Yes.
butter and marmalade. I could just see it right now.
Absolutely. Now, Derek, I'm going to go and grab a different colour. So just bear
All right,
with
my
me a
love.
second. I want to go and grab a different colour for me.
Okay, well, I'm going to show
stamp.
you. I'm going to take this opportunity to show you this amazing sample. Again, another one of Sandy Brooks, our lovely design team here. Look at this, because this has incorporated all of the tags and the recipe from the actual set. She's used all of the papers through there. She's been using the stamps as well. I love that one. Look at that, sugar and spice and all things nice. And incorporated the little recipe cards in here as well. So I think this is one of the recipes here, isn't it? Oh, excuse me, all fingers and thumbs this morning. There you go. So there's that recipe, which is for the homemade chocolate brownie. And she's made little pockets for the recipes and the tags to sit in. And I just think that's absolutely adorable. There's some more. I think she's got all of the recipes are in there. So what a lovely way of keeping everything together. It's just, isn't it? It's just so charming and sweet. Wonderful. Every one of our design teams, they're absolute genius. We've been in absolute heaven just enjoying the samples. If we spent the whole 2 hours, Debbie, just savouring the samples in this show, it would have been just as popular.
Absolutely. Now then, I tell you what, let me just, before I ink that up, let's get our card shape made. So to make a diorama card, there's plenty of ways, there's lots of tutorials out there, but this is when your score master will come in handy. So I've taken some of our craft card and I've measured this at 10 inches by 6 inches and cut 2 pieces out, starting with the same 2 pieces of cardstock. Bring in your score master, get your scoring tool that comes with it, although Debbie's is in a bag. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to score this at 1.5 inches in this side, so 1.5 and then another half, okay? Now, there's lots of different ways you can do this, Derek. So you can do it 1 inch and 1 inch if you want to do it. There's plenty of different ways that you can do it. It depends on the effect that you want to go for. So again, 1.5 inches, turn around the other side, and then 1/2 inch. And then you repeat that on your second piece. So I've got my second piece of 10 by 6, 1.5 inches in, 1/2 inch on. So that's we measure 1.5 inches and 2 inches, and then again flip that over exactly the same. So that's 1.5 inches and at 2 inches, and that gives me the right place that I need. And all I need to do now is give it a nice burnish. So taking my tool again, and this time I'm going to fold the inner one part in and the inner one part out. Does that make sense? To give you that little area there. So again, I'm going to take that second score line, fold that in, and then fold that first score line out. And that gives me that shape, so you can see there. And you repeat that with the other card there. So talking about having a good tool, Derek, you understand what I mean now by having a tool? Not only does it help with all your fancy fancy fold cards, it's obviously a box maker as well. So you saw me yesterday if you watched the show. If not, go and watch the show back. And we did a very simple box. But that now, those 2 pieces, when you bring them together, form the diorama, okay? So that's exactly, it's so easy to use. It really is. Now I've taken some of our cardstock. Now I'll just explain how I did this. So matting and layering, using some of that beautiful thank you very much, matting and layering. I mean, can we just take a moment to look at this paper pad? It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The colours. Can you have a little flick through, Derek? Have you got yours to hand, just to flick through?
I have, yeah.
And these are double-sided. I don't think we've spent enough time on this paper pad because honestly, it's beautiful.
Yes, because
double-sided. Amazing quality. We've got 32 sheets of 180 GSM. Really gorgeous, and it's uncoated, which means you can do things like distress the edges, you can die cut into there, you can stamp directly onto there. I just think it's absolutely fabulous. It really is. And look at the colours.
I know.
I mean, and you know,
really
we talk about Christmas colours, Derek, but there's things in there that you can use all year round. All year round. You nearly got it, Derek.
Nearly got to the end. It's when you get towards the end. This one is wonderful. In fact, I've just found another one of Sandy's samples here using this set, using that very paper. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome?
Absolutely.
With the cookies there. It's like a tiled kitchen floor. It's beautiful. There are more as well. So you've got more caramels with stars and snowflakes. And you're right, on the back of each one of these papers, you get that same colour, but you get it in a plane as well. So you've got the pattern on one side, you've got the plane on the other. So for matting and layering, it's kind of doing the work for you, isn't it, Debbie?
Absolutely, it truly is gorgeous, and I love that colour. That colour for me, especially with craft card, mwah, absolutely beautiful. Now I'm stamping up my recipe, Derek, and I'm using my quick dry ink pad for this one, because obviously once it's on there, that's it. It ain't moving anywhere, Derek. It's not moving anywhere. So I'm going to pop this on to the front part of the card. So I'm just going to flatten that down for a second, and I'm just going to line that up. Now I'm not going central with this piece, so I'm just going to go slightly off centre. Let's try and get in the middle. There we go. So when I say the middle, I meant the middle of the width of the card, not the length of not the length of the card. So again, just press that down, get that nice coverage all over, and you've got that beautiful homemade hot chocolate recipe all on there, ready and easy. And I mean, think about things as well. If you want to keep it on a permanent, use the pigment ink pad that we've got on the shows as well. We've had on the shows quite recently. Do a little bit of heat embossing as well, but just absolutely fabulous. And that bit is all now ready. So just going to place that to one side for a second and bring back in that lovely paper pad that I showed you and that I used. So let me move that out of the way. So that's the paper pad that I started with and matted and layered it onto some of our textured cardstock, and then just die cut a little piece out. So if I just move that, you can see I've die cut that out, popped some acetate onto the back and popped some foam pad around there as well. Just think it gives that lovely, well, you need it for your shaker, Derek. That's what you need. You need it for the shaker element. So let's bring back in my 2 pieces of cardstock for my card. So if you wanted, you could directly cut out onto the back of your card and have that as your back part, so that you could directly cut this piece out if you wanted to. However, I've gone for a slightly different look this time, so I'm going to go with my cardstock there. I'm going to pop in, where's me, have I done my shaker bits? There they are, Derek, there they are, I've found them. I've found my shaker parts. So I'm going to pop in the centre now my lovely little sequins. We do have sequins on the website as well. Let's chuck them all on, Derek. Let's have a nice shaker element going off there. There we go. And then I'm just going to peel back off my foam pad. And this is foam on a roll, which is perfect for things like the shaker card. So although it's not on the show, I think it will be on the website. Go and check that out, and it's on a roll. So you'll see, and I think it's actually called foam on a roll. So go and check that out, and this is perfect for all your shaker card elements.
Foam
and then
on a
what
roll.
I'm going to do is just pop that down. I'm just going to have to stand over a little bit, Derek, so I get that right.
Yeah, so you can see over.
So I can see over. Fabulous, because I want to centralise that. There we go. So now all my sequins are all trapped inside, but I've got my recipe all ready. So what I'm going to do now is, before I stick it together, I'm going to use my decoration. So I've used some more pieces from that paper pad and just matted and layered, so I've got them to fit on here. Now if you think about this, this is 1.5 inches by 6, so you just take it in 1/4 of an inch either way, and you can mat and layer quite perfectly with that. So again, let's use our tape pen, and then I'm just going to place that on. There we go. Oh, nice and central there as well. Yeah, absolutely. And then I'm going to do exactly the same just down the other side as well. So place that one in the centre. Good to go for a commit. Make sure it's all done, and that's now stuck together. So what I'm just going to do now is bring the 2 pieces together. So that shape that I was talking about, Derek, like that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to now run some tape around here as well. So tape just down on this first panel. So pop that there. Put quite a nice bit down, and then just match that up. So if I just turn it around, I'm just going to keep it nice and flush together. Let's keep that side, and that bit now stuck there, stuck down already.
Yep.
And we're going to do exactly the same with the other side. So just pop lots of tape just down onto there.
Got your glue pen details at the bottom there, stock up while they're in. They only came in on Tuesday, I think it was, and a massive amount have gone back out again. No surprise there whatsoever. Got a couple of you asking about the prices on the box dies and everything else. I'm about to do a full review of everything that we've got in the show today, so I'll do that in just a second. So many of you are so excited about this arriving as well. Diana says, I'm going to make each and every one in my family a box with fudge in it. I can't wait to get the dies. Oh, you couldn't send some our way, could you? We love fudge here. Actually, we should have a there must be a World Fudge Day where we can get Sarah in with hers. We get the whole team making fudge and do a bit of a judging panel on the shows, Debbie. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. I was just thinking that would be a cracking idea. I've got to taste. I've got to try some of Sarah's fudge. Honestly, I feel like I've missed out, Derek. I feel like I've not lived until I've had some of Sarah's fudge.
I know it is legendary, isn't it? I mean, I keep hearing it. I've heard about nothing since I arrived here in the Purple Kingdom. Oh, apparently we've just missed National Fudge Day.
When was that?
It was the 16th of June. Our Matt's just looked it up. Oh, that's
no,
that
was my daughter's birthday. I don't believe I missed that.
Well, I tell you what we're going to have to do, Debbie, is the next time that we are on together, and obviously we'll have to liaise with Sarah on this one as well, but the next time that we're on together, we're going to have to make it Sarah Davis Fudge Day, aren't we? I get her to make a few varieties for us and bring them in, and we'll do a bit of judging, see which one we...
do you know, a bit of Bailey's fudge. Actually, talking of that, I would be definitely, do you know, telling you earlier what I would be popping in my homemade chocolate? I'd be popping a nice little, do you know what you could do if you were gifting? You could pop that recipe into a gift box, and then you could pop all the ingredients in there to make the homemade hot chocolate, and then you could stick one of those little miniature Baileys. I'm a little bit addicted to Baileys, so you could pop a little Baileys in there, and then they could have a Baileys homemade hot chocolate. How fabulous would that be? Absolutely
that
fabulous.
Would be wonderful. Ooh, do you know, I love the recipe. Actually, you'll see when you get the recipe home, the recipe that they've got for homemade hot chocolate is brilliant. Really, really nice. Uses of a vanilla pod as well, which is lovely. Other cream liqueurs, by the way, are available.
Absolutely they are. Now I'm using my hot glue gun again, Derek, just to pop down, because I want to get my cup, and I'm just going to place it just on the centre. So I've popped a couple of blobs of glue down there. I've curved my cup slightly, and I'm just going to stick that onto the edge. Let's just get that into place. There we are. And then lastly, I'm going to add just a little bowl just onto the corner. Just stick that down there. And then literally that is everything I need. So when we're talking about making, gift cards and things like that, you can do birthday cards, matching birthday cards with gift boxes. How fabulous would that look? I'm just holding that into place, so I've got that down. But there you go. We've got lovely finished diorama card with a recipe for homemade hot chocolate, Derek, and that gorgeous mug die as well with that lovely sentiment on there. I just think all of this collection is really fun, and it really does work beautifully together. The whole lot of it works together. It's a great deal. This is a launch day. Let's just take that into consideration. Yeah. A launch day where we offer you the best deals, and that's a fabulous deal with those added extras in as well. It's a great way to have something to be able to give to your loved ones or your family members, sharing those recipes.
I tell you what, if you're half as excited about this collection as we are, it's going to be a very Merry Christmas, let me tell you, because it's been so busy for this collection. I am not one bit surprised at all. So let's rerun the fun, shall we? Let's go back through absolutely everything that is in the show today, because you're absolutely loving it. So our favour box collection first of all. So that's all 4 of those incredible box dies. They're really lovely. The honeycomb favour box, the gift carton box, the bonbon box, and the trinket box there, with 2 packs of Centura Pearl there. You've got the platinum and the lilac included. £100 or $120. They are on a multi-buy as well. So if you want to get any 2 for £50 or $60, you can do that, or individually $34.99 or $39.95. Back in stock and so popular. Running out of the door is the glue, Dotty Glue tape pen. $4.99 in the UK, $6.95 in dollars there. It's really, and lots of people are not buying ones, as you can imagine, because it's something you want to stock up on when we've got it back in. Same for the glue tape pen as well, the regular tape pen. You go through those like there's no tomorrow, because it's kind of your best friend when you're a card maker, isn't it? $3.99 in the UK, $5.99, and again, very rarely do people buy it in ones. Then we've got the glue bundle here. So it's the Collol tacky glue and the all-purpose, £6.38, $11.55, 20% saving by those two being together in a nice little Sunday bundle. And then we've got the small guillotine. That's there as well for you. Lots of buying going on with that one today as well. $19.99, really, really busy. Nice little saving again, you know, a fifth saved, which is brilliant. Then the Scoremaster board. I mean, these are just genius for box making and so much more. Debbie just used it to make the diorama there. £10.39, $15.19, another 20% saving. And of course, the star of the show. Well, everything's the star of the show today, isn't it? I mean, everything's kind of equal billing in terms of popularity, but the brand new launch day item is just phenomenally popular. It is those 4 incredible Santa's Kitchen dies. This is the entire collection over here, which is all 4 of those gorgeous dies. You've got the Comfort Joy and Cookies, the Baking Spirits Bright, Sugar and Spice, and the Sweet Season Wishes. So those dies that cut out those different shapes, the tags, the jars, and those incredible cups as well. Plus, remember, you've got all of those stamps, which are really, really cute. You've also got those recipes that are included, and there are little sentiment stamps in there as well. And come on, let's have another go live, shall we, Matthew? Let's see how we get on. And you've got the 12 by 12 paper pad, which is included. Don't forget that the satin ribbon is included as well. And when Debbie was saying that the double-sided paper pads as well, if I stop on that one, or not that one maybe, let's go for one of the other patterned ones. You've got, let's go for that snowflake one, for instance. So on one side, you've got the pink snowflakes. On the reverse of that, you've got the plain of that colour. So that makes the matting and layering so simple, because you can use the back and the front together if you want to. You've got gingham checks in there as well. You've got lovely candy stripes. You've got these I love. I absolutely love it. Let me show you the sample as well from our Sandy using that particular paper again, because is that not genius with the cookies there on the floor? I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So you do get the 12 by 12 paper pad, and you also get the satin ribbons. So you've got wonderful 3 colours of satin ribbons as well. Now, we're going back to Debbie for a final demo, but we've got to do a joke. I've got to send as a handover a little joke as well. You ready, Debbie?
I'm ready.
This is not necessarily, it's not a joke that you need to respond to or answer, which is quite good. It's one of those, you know, I walked up to a man in the street kind of jokes. Debbie?
Yes.
I got a Christmas card full of rice in the post today.
Yes, did you now then, Derek?
I did. I think it was from my Uncle Ben. I think it was from my Uncle Ben.
I like that one. That's a good one. That's
rice
fabulous.
is available.
I like that one. I like that. That's
It's a good one.
really good.
That's a cracker,
That
one.
is a cracker. That
I
should
like
be
it.
in a Christmas
Yes,
package.
it
Definitely.
should.
Now let's just take one last look, Derek. Have we got time to have one last look at the last collection?
Yeah, go on.
So let's just get this. This is called Sugar and Spice. So again, let's just take a look at that fabulous one. You can see again down here a bit of inspiration. You've seen me use one of the jars already, but in here you get a set of dies, exactly the same, where you've got these lovely dies. So again, look at all the tag possibilities here, Derek. But not only tags, guess what we've got down on here? Gingerbread men and women. I love them.
They're so
and that lovely
cute.
Star of Wonder there as well is absolutely fabulous. Now Laura, she's going, I love gingerbread. I love gingerbread. Now again, taking a look, you've got a cookie. This recipe is, sorry, not cookie. This is chocolate brownies. So if you love your chocolate brownies, this is the one for you. And then you've got those beautiful gingerbread men and women on there, and lots of other little sentiments. So there's lots of ways you can use this. This is again something that's going to be, you can use in many multiple ways. Loving from my oven. Wait a minute. Loving from my oven. Say it quick. Loving from my oven. A bit of play on words there, eh? Yeah, I like that one. And again, it's a really, really great way of using this. So let's get my ink back on here. Now I'm using some cream cardstock on this one, but there's lots. I mean, that Matastic has got some really nice colours in there. You could use a bit of that if you wanted to do a little bit of stamping on. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to place that into the centre again. And this is how I work these tags. I stamp stamp out my recipe first. I think this is probably a good way of doing it, but you could make your own size tag to however you want. But again, look, that lovely recipe there. 1 cup dark chocolate, 1 cup of half a cup of soft unsalted butter, and so on. And then literally the rest telling you how to make that up. I just think it's absolutely fab. Now, let's go to those gorgeous tags. Love the different styles that you've got on here. That's one style that you can use. There's another different style. You can see the different types of tag tops that you want on there. And then, of course, you've got those lovely gingerbread men as well. And a lovely element here. Look at the size of this. Now, if anybody's wondering, I actually use that particular one. If I just come back for a second, when we made this card, that's how I cut my aperture out. I forgot to tell you that little bit, but that die there that's on this one. So do you know when we're talking about mixing and matching your elements, Derek? Absolutely mix and match them so you can create your own apertures with that as well. And we'll show you some in the samples that we finish with. So all you're going to do is line up and decide which way around that you want to die cut that. And rather than me die cut, because I do want to show some of those samples before we get finished, when you add that on and cut it out, literally just take your scissors, release that, and that is going to bring you that part there. So we've got now a lovely tag, but we can also add a different style tag on there, literally again using texture cardstock, a different style tag, Derek. And then also, let me just move that to one side for a second, we've got these beautiful cute little gingerbread men and women on here. So when you do exactly the same, you're going to stamp, but then you've got the dies that match and correspond perfectly to fit over when you've stamped it, and then you just colour them in to however you want to colour in. So you can see there you've got all that coloured in, ready and raring to go. And then we've got other little elements on here as well, Derek, where we've got sugar and spice makes Christmas so nice. Again, really fabulous. Isn't that gorgeous?
It is. It's really good. I just had an idea as well for the
Have you had another one?
Side of that jar. I know. Well, you know, I'm due another one. I've had one this week, so I'm due another one. That jar die, because you've just got like the half of it, haven't you? So
yes.
You can make it wider or narrow. You could you use that as an over the edge kind of die as well, couldn't you? If you scored under and above it for things like recipe journals and things like that.
Oh yeah, I love the idea of the recipe journals. I think that's fabulous.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put my box together. I've already pre-scored and pre-cut mine out. If you did catch the show yesterday, you'll see I did something very, very similar using our Score Master. But literally, I'm just going to pop this all together. So I've got my box all ready. And then we'll have to have a quick flick through some of those amazing samples that the design team have done, Derek. So literally, I'm just popping my tape down on each side. There we go. And again, just going to pop that all together. Apply this with your tape pens or your glue guns, or your red liner tapes, or any of your other choice of glue, tacky glues, things like that. And then I'm just going to place my lid on top of my base, which fits absolutely perfect over there. And then we're going to decorate using some of those beautiful papers again from that paper pad. I really do love this paper pad. I think it's absolutely fabulous. So if I decorate my box, oh, I think my glue's drying up, Derek. Have I got any left in there? Let's have a look. There we are. Let's see if that'll come out. Give it a nice squeeze there. Fab.
I'm just looking at some more samples that are ready to show you some more, and they are just, honestly, they're just gorgeous. I mean, the different directions that you can take this collection. And actually, who was it who said? Marie on Facebook says the recipe stamps will go perfectly with the mixer-shaped die that came out a while back.
Yes, they would. I know exactly what she means. Was that an HSN one, that one, the shaker card die? If I remember rightly, I'm saying remember rightly, I think it was. I think somebody in the gallery might be able to help me out with that one, because I'm not 100% sure, but I've got a feeling that was one of the American ones that we had out. Absolutely, it will work beautifully with it. So that was a good shout out there from our lovely, what was her name again?
Marie.
Marie?
Yeah, Marie.
Lovely idea, Marie. Absolutely lovely idea.
I love that paper.
It is. It's fabulous, isn't it? Now, again, all I'm going to do now is pop on my couple of little tags. I've lost my ribbon, Derek. I had a ribbon, green ribbon somewhere, but it seems to have escaped me. But I tell you what, I'm not going to worry too much. I'll find it and add it on later. I'm just going to add a couple of
Bit of
pieces.
chunky glue.
Me chunky, oh well, I've got to have it somewhere in show, haven't I? So again, add me a couple of tags on, and then I'm just going to pop on my lovely little gingerbread little
Love it.
features there. Absolutely fabulous. And then lastly, add on my little tag. And I'll find me glue somewhere, Derek, in a moment and attach that. But you can see now you've got a lovely gift box. Again, pop in all your ingredients, your raw ingredients that are on that recipe. Pop them in your little box and gift that to someone. Really fabulous, fabulous idea. I love this collection. Can you tell, Derek?
Oh, it's brilliant. Listen, we could do another 2 hours on this, no problem whatsoever, with our eyes closed and hands behind our back. But as always, time is running away as it does. 2 hours disappears so quickly. Lots of you, and I'm going to say this on lots of people's behalf as well, lots of you want the paper pad on its own. It wasn't on the show's selection, but it is available. So you just go and look for Santa's Kitchen on the website. You will find the paper pad on its own. It's $14.99 in the UK, $19.99. It's brilliant. And I'm guessing that our Christine, if she's up and about already in upstate New York, she'll be adding, well, she'll have the bundle, so that will be 1, and she'll add another 8 individual paper pads, I'm sure, on their own as well. So if you want the paper pad, you absolutely can. Right. Okay, we are done, aren't we? We are completely and utterly done. I was going to tell you everything that was on the show all over again, but I've realised that's it. The clock is ticking. So, one final joke. This is for you, Debbie. What does Santa use to bake cakes?
What does Santa use to bake his cake? Absolutely no idea, Derek. No idea whatsoever.
He uses elf raising flour.
Elf
raising flour.
What a great one to end on, Derek. Absolutely fabulous.
Love it. Debbie, when are you back with us, my darling?
I am back next weekend. I will be here next weekend. I'm heading down to Peterborough when we finish. I'm heading down to Peterborough because I'm at Create and Craft for a few days, but I will be back up here at the weekend. I believe it's me and you again, Derek. I think it's a double D.
Yeah, there you go. The Double D team back next weekend as well. I cannot wait. Right, listen, we have got to go. I'm going to miss you until next weekend, Debbie. I really, really am. An absolute pleasure as always. Make sure you are here in 3 hours' time. 4 p.m. in the UK, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. I've got our Craig in this afternoon because it's chance for Second Chance Sunday. Let me give you a teaser if you want to. I've got so many cards, it's that card. Hang on, I've got to give you a teaser of what's in the show. We have got the balloon collection. We've got half-price Christmas stamps. There are embossing folders with big savings as well. And listen, I didn't tell you that you can go and have a look and shop the show right now. I never said that at all. I'm not a gossip. I'm absolutely not a gossip. Thank you for a lot of fun for that show as well. And I hope to see you back here in 3 hours from now. Thanks to gorgeous Debbie and thanks to you. See you later.